Inside Huntsville with Brenda Martin, a conversation with department heads at City Hall on streets, ball fields, public safety, and more. And also with our community partners that add economic security, support education, and enhance the city's quality of life.
Hello, I'm Brenda Martin for Inside Huntsville, and thanks for joining me today. The purpose of our show, of course, is to share with you, our audience, an opportunity to learn more about the Huntsville City services that are available to you. After all, you are the city's customer. Parking in any city is always an issue, and it's no different here in Huntsville. Beverly Lowe is the Parking Services Manager for the City of Huntsville and will share with us the goals of the department, the increasing supply of available parking, the enforcement of parking, and much, much more. Beverly, welcome, and thanks for being here with us today.
Thank you, Brenda, for asking us to be here.
Beverly, you've been with the city for a while. Tell us how long you've been with the parking department.
Well, I've been with the department almost 14 years.
And you've been doing this particular job for that same amount of time?
No, I've been in the department for 14 years, but I've been doing several different things within the department. I've been the parking service manager for about 2 years.
Uh-huh.
So I started out as a part-time parking cashier, working events. I moved from that to being the special event coordinator, and then from that to being the operations manager, and from operations manager then into being the parking services manager.
So therefore you've been around a while.
I worked my way through, so I know quite a bit about the different levels of parking in Huntsville.
Exactly, and that's important. As I mentioned, there's always controversy around parking in any city you visit, and of course we're no different. Why is that?
Well, parking is something that you always need. It doesn't matter where you're going. If you're going to an event, going to dinner, you want to walk in the park, you always need to park. Whether you're riding a bicycle or driving a car or riding on your scooter, you just need a place to park it. So you're always looking for parking. So that's why you need that parking, so it's always in demand.
Yes. Well, talk to me about the electric cars and the meters that are around town here in Huntsville.
Well, we have one main electric vehicle charging station. It's on Fountain Circle, right across from City Hall. And we've just had a new one installed that was donated to the city by Nissan. And the new one is a dual head charger. It can do slow charging, trickle charging, which almost all electric vehicles can take. And it also does a fast charge, which is limited to the Nissan Leaf and to the Tesla. So it will fast charge within just a short amount of time. This new charger can do both of those things.
So in talking about using this particular meter, is there a charge?
We charge for the parking, and it will, right now it's the same as parking anywhere, but there will be an extra charge for the parking. And that's because in the state of Alabama, you're not allowed to give away electricity. So we don't want to charge for the charger so much that we're just going to raise the parking rate a small amount, and then that way that will cover the cost of the electricity. That hasn't been totally determined yet, and that we'll do that at a later time.
Well, is there a lot of usage?
Yes, there is.
Is there really?
It's it's not, you won't drive by there and every time you drive by you see a car plugged in. But if there's ever a problem with it, you know right away because somebody's tried to use it. So there is quite a bit of usage, especially on the weekends when people are coming to Huntsville to participate in the events that we have in downtown Huntsville.
And since it's downtown and there's so many activities downtown now in Huntsville, I would imagine it will get a lot of use.
It does, and there's a community of electric vehicle users, and they email each other, text each other, hey, this unit's up, stop by and charge while you're in town.
Okay, so they help us inform the public then, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And if
great.
it's down, they send it out. Be sure you got to charge when you come to town because the EV charger is down. So they let everybody know.
No, good. Now, let's talk about the parking garages. How many parking garages do we have in Huntsville?
We now have 5.
And where are they located?
Okay, we have one on Fountain Circle, and that one is right down from City Hall. It's where most of the city employees park. After hours, if there's not a cashier there, it's free to the public. They can go in there and park for the events in the evening. If it's a big street event, we have an attendant there, and there is a charge for parking. For evenings when you're just going walking in the park, and there you can go in and park for free. There's one on Gates Avenue across from Early Works. That's a scan card only during the day, but in the evenings we race the gates so that the same thing happens. You can pull in there in the evening, go walking in the park, visit one of the downtown restaurants and park for free. On Clinton Avenue, there's a garage across from U.G. White. That one has a charge during the day by the hour, 50 cents an hour. At night, it's $2 for the whole night, 6 at night to 6 in the morning.
Okay.
Between Monroe Street and Church Street, there's a garage that services the events at the VBC, and that has a $5 charge for the event. It's open to some monthly people that scan their card and they pay for monthly parking, which our monthly charge is $56 for people who work in the downtown area. Monthly parking is available in most of our downtown garages, the ones we've just discussed and that one. And if you look at other cities, that's a very low charge. We're able to keep it that way because of the good leadership that we've had over the years that keep our city running well. Mm-hmm. We have the new garage, which is the Twickenham Square Garage, which is a public-private partnership that is in the Publix area.
Where is that now?
Now it's on Gallatin.
Oh, yes.
And that is right there in the center with Publix and the Artisan Apartments and the hospital, and it's used by all of those people. You know, we have private, we have apartments that use it, we have Publix, Taco Mama, and all of those different places that use that.
Cajun Steamer and all those little
it's
restaurants.
a challenge because we have so many different people that are using it, but we've worked through a lot of the challenges, and
Let's
it's
talk
a great
about that.
thing.
How do you manage that? Because I noticed in that particular parking garage, while you've got all the businesses downtown in that area, then you've got Publix, and although I see signs that says public parking only, Publix parking only, and then you have the apartments. So how do you manage where people park? How do you manage that parking? That's got to be tough.
Well, it is difficult. It's a challenge, and you have to let the public know what's going on gently.
Okay.
Because they go there for so many different things.
Yes.
I go there for so many different
Yes.
things. I may go there when I get off from work and I get my nails done at the salon, I get my hair cut there, I go to Taco Mama or to Cajun Steamer, and soon I'll go to Ruth Chris.
Yes.
You know, you go there for dinner, and then before you go home, you go pick up milk at Publix.
Yes.
So where do you park? Well, you know, you can go to any level of that garage, take the elevator downstairs, and go do what you've got to do and go back. All of the places validate. Mm-hmm. You don't pay for the parking.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
So, you know, you're going there, and even if you forget to validate, the parking's $2. So it's not it's expensive.
Not expensive, sure.
It's so convenient to go there and do all of those things. You know, you validate or you pay $2. Mm-hmm. You do everything right there. You don't move your car. Mm-hmm. I love that garage. I love the openness. I love the light. I love shopping there. I love going there. You see your friends. It's great. It is a challenge. You have to let the public know what's going on. Mm-hmm. It's been great. I think that that's one of our best things that we've done. It's great for the city. Yes. It's great for our citizens. And I think everybody should go down there and try it out. I think you should go beyond the gate on the second level, find out how great it is to just get over there on that elevator, go down to the bottom floor, do whatever you got to do, go back up to your car, and go out. Okay. Everybody wants to park on the first level.
Yes. That's
you know, that's for the person who's running into Publix and running out again.
Running out, okay.
If you're going there to have dinner,
you don't want to park
there. You don't want to park there. Yeah. You don't want to be in that congestion. You want to go up on that second level where it's relaxed.
Okay.
And it's just as close.
Sure.
I'd rather take the stairs. It's more exercise, and I need that exercise. But it's great with the elevators, and it's just a wonderful garage, and I think everybody should go over there and try out the elevators.
Great, great, great. Invariably, one will get a ticket.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about that whole scenario. What happens when you get a ticket?
Well, that just happens. Citations happen. Not just parking citations, but, you get a speeding ticket because you're not paying attention. You don't pay attention to a school zone, even though we're all very conscious of safety and we want our children to be safe. We go through, we're thinking about what we're going to do when we get to work. We're speeding to an appointment. We want to hurry up and get to dinner.
Yes.
Someone's waiting for us. Well, the same thing happens when you're downtown and you're on a meter.
Sure.
Lunch runs over, the meeting runs over. Whatever happens, we don't do it intentionally. So our meter runs out and we get a citation. So that citation, you can dispute it if you want to go to municipal court. You can call our office if it's that day and you feel like there was a reason why. There's a number on the back you can call. It downloads after 24 hours. We write the citation one day. It downloads to municipal court the next morning, so it's in their hands. The first day, it's still in our system. Our office doesn't even know you've received that citation until the guys come in from the field.
Okay.
But the next day, you can dispute it in court. But it's not that our officers try very hard not to give citations.
Sure.
They want to be ambassadors. They want you to enjoy your time downtown.
Yes.
But there are some people that might want to just come and park all day. That's what the garages are for. It's the same cost. It's 50 cents an hour, which is very nominal.
Yes.
You can park in the garage all day for $4. At the meter, it would be $8 because it's 50 cents an hour. Go into the garage if it's long term. If you want to be there all day, it's 50 cents an hour and it's only $4, which on the meter would be $8. It's a short walk, and I love the walk. I will park further away to get the walk. So the meters are for short term. The garages are for long term. It's a cheap, I'm not supposed to say cheap. That doesn't sound good. It's an inexpensive place to park. Meters are for when you're running in and out, like Public's garage. First floor is for running in and out. The meters are for short term running in and out. Park in a garage if you're going to be there long term.
Yes.
No citation.
Now, I'm sure you mentioned it, but the garage that's right across from the VBC,
Yes, ma'am.
is there a charge for that garage?
For events, it's $5.
Okay.
The rest of the time, it is for scan cards, and that is for people who are monthly parking. It is not a short-term garage. You don't park there when you're like going to the park unless someone has made special arrangements for an event that's in the park.
Okay. How about, so is it $5 in each garage?
No, because that's for an event. That's event pricing.
That's event pricing.
So that's, if you're going to the VBC for a concert or a Disney show or a Broadway Theater League,
It's
the
$5.
symphony, it's $5.
Gotcha.
It's a flat rate.
All right. Okay, good. I'm sure you get a lot of questions about handicap parking.
Oh, certainly. Certainly.
That's a biggie, isn't it?
It is.
Talk to us about that.
Well, accessible parking is necessary. We have citizens that have disabilities that they need help. We want them to be able to move around the city as much as they can for as long as they can. Not because a lot of accessible needs aren't visible. You might have. I have a replacement in my knee. There are days when I can't get around as well as others, but you can't tell that by watching me walk.
Exactly.
There are people who have heart conditions or lung conditions. You can't see those. Now, if I had an amputation or I was in a wheelchair, you can see that.
Yes.
A lot of people will call my office and they'll say, "There's this person at such and such store, and they don't look like they're handicapped. You need to come and give them a ticket."
So people actually call you.
So they call and they say this, but you can't see every disability. But these people need parking as well. So we have a team of folks that go out and they look for tags or placards to make sure that the people who are parking there have the placard.
Oh, okay.
And so those are the people that that are helping the ones that need the space.
Sure.
Have that space.
Now, where do you get the placards?
Well, the doctor has to say that you have that need.
Okay.
And they have the forms that fill out there.
Okay.
And then you take those to the place where you get your tag, and they will give you the placard and or the tag. If you get the tag for your car, they'll also give you a placard in case you're riding with someone else. You can use that placard in someone else's car. You take that down while you're driving because that can cause your line of sight to be impaired.
Yes.
So you don't want to put that in your car and leave it all the time.
Yes, yes, yes. Now let's talk about the blue stripes that are...
Those are very, very important.
Okay.
And the reason being, you know, if you have a problem like with your hips or your knees, or you're in a wheelchair, you need extra room to get out of the car.
Extra room.
I don't know if you've ever been with someone that had a disability and you watch them get out. You know, maybe they have to move all the way out of their seat or pivot in their seat to get out. So they have to open that door wider. Or they have a lift that has to move out of their car. Well, they have to have more room. So those blue stripes are to enable them to have more room to get in and out of that vehicle. So if you park your car on those blue lines, they don't have that extra space.
They don't have the extra room.
And so we have that happen a lot, and people get real upset with us because we give them a citation. And even people with disabilities will come and say, well, I have a placard. I can park on those blue lines. But you can't, because that takes away the ability of the person that needs that extra space to have that extra space. Sometimes our officers will get out in the rain and move someone's vehicle out of their space so that they can actually get in their vehicle because someone's parked on the blue lines and they can't make access to their vehicle. And you know, people don't always do it to be malicious.
Or purposely.
They just don't understand,
Sure.
that that space is needed by that person with a disability.
Yes, yes. That's excellent to share with the public. And talking about writing tickets, who writes tickets? Your officers, or do the police officers write them?
Both have the jurisdiction.
Okay,
Now,
I see.
Our department was actually created years ago, and I wasn't around then. I can't tell you exactly how long ago that was. But we were created to help the police department.
Oh, okay.
It was originally their responsibility, and they still have the ability to do that. But they had much more important things to do, more urgency in their job than in. And although this is very important,
sure.
it's a needed thing to do, but they didn't have as much time to devote to it, and it became where nobody was doing it. There wasn't, you know, it was just blatant that people that didn't understand the need for it were abusing those spaces. They weren't being kept up by the people that owned the property, which we also go out and we say your signs need replacing, your stripes need you know, painting because they're not visible. That's part of our responsibilities to make sure that it's kept up.
Good to know.
Well, nobody was doing that. And so they said, well, there's a need for that. So we're going to create a small team that's going to take care of this and aid the police department. So that's where we came about. So both our team and the police department have the ability to write these citations.
Okay, so that's good to know too, though, that your ambassadors, as you call them, will go out and make sure there's proper striping,
right,
where it needs to be,
and signage,
and signage. Okay,
and it doesn't have to be both. I mean, if a sign gets taken down, for some reason people like signs in the city. And although it's against the law to take them down and take them home with you, there are people that will do that at times. So
take a sign?
Yes, ma'am. So if there's a handicap sign missing and there's blue stripes on the ground, it is still citable. If somebody parks there, we have people say, well, there was no sign. If there was blue stripes, it's still citable. We can still write you a citation even though the sign was missing. We also have stores that will put, like in the change of seasons when you plant flowers, they'll put flowers or different plant material in the handicap section. Well, we go out and remind the store that that section, you can't store things there.
Okay.
You have to move that. So those are kind of the things that our officers do.
You're busy.
We are very busy.
I mean, really busy.
Our officers do a lot more than write citations.
Yes.
Even though that's a big part of their job, they do a lot more.
Well, we're so glad you're there.
Well, we're happy that we're there, but we want everyone to know that writing citations, we don't have quotas.
Okay.
Just like the police department, we're not there to punish anyone. We're there to help folks. We're there to be a service.
Yes.
We want to enforce the laws, but mainly what we want to do is make sure that people that need assistance have assistance. They have what they need, and we want to be the ones that help provide that we are ambassadors, that we do serve our citizens and make sure they have what they need. That
is so great. Now, Beverly, because you want to make sure that you service our customers at its best, give us the contact number and information in case someone wants to contact you.
Our main number is 256-427-6800.
And your website?
And the website is the city's website at huntsvilleal.gov.
And there is so much information on the new website that we have
about
parking and public transportation, the whole 9 yards. And we might also say that parking and public transportation are two departments.
Well, they're one department.
There's one department, but
two divisions.
Two divisions.
So when you go to huntsvilleal.gov, you just go to the search bar and you type in public parking. And when you do that, it's going to bring up so much information. Interactive maps where you can hover over and any facility and find out where that is. The schedules for events downtown. You just need to go to huntsvilleal.gov and find out all about it.
You'll get all the information, won't you?
You will.
Beverly, it's been great. It's been great talking to you. Wanted to have you on for quite a while, so we're finally glad we got this done today.
Oh, thank you, Brenda. It's been wonderful.
And we appreciate your service to the city and to the community. You've been around a while, and we're glad you're here with us.
Thank you, Brenda.
My guest today has been Beverly Lowe, the Parking Service Manager for the City of Huntsville. Please contact her should you have any questions or concern about parking in our area. That's my show for today. I'm Brenda Martin for Inside Huntsville, a great place to live, work, and play. See you next time.